Hello, you gorgeous individuals. It's Kav here, and today I'm going to be talking about Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. For those of you who've been living under a rock and don't know what this book is about, it follows the story of a teenage boy named Simon who is gay, but he's closeted, and he has this pen pal Blue, and they're kind of dating. It's not official, but they both like each other romantically, but both of them are closeted, and this boy finds out and starts blackmailing Simon because he wants to date one of Simon's best friends and he wants Simon to help him. It is an incredibly cute story. It's a YA contemporary, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because I just loved it. So I definitely recommend reading it, and if you want more reasons to read it, you can watch this review because it's spoiler free, or if you have read it, you can stick around to hear my thoughts on it. Let's jump right in. Plot-wise, the biggest thing that pulled me in was wanting to discover who Blue was because I'm a sucker for a good mystery. So that was the biggest aspect that really got me to want to keep reading, but the entire plot was really interesting. I think that this was a really good spin on the coming out narrative. It did it incredibly well and differently, so it wasn't just a usual coming out book. Like, that wasn't the only aspect of Simon throughout the novel. And I think that portraying it with this mystery aspect of discovering who Blue was and Simon having to deal with being blackmailed all made this a very enjoyable story plot-wise. I really have no complaints about how the plot went on because I was just sucked in, particularly due to the mystery aspect of discovering who Blue was. Character-wise, I really enjoyed all the characters. Character-wise, I pretty much loved every character for a different reason. I loved Simon's character. He was adorable. I loved his Oreo-loving self. I loved his family. I just really liked the dynamic between his family and him, and the scenes with his family. I pretty much enjoyed all of them, and I also loved the dynamic between Simon and his friends. I loved all of them for different reasons. My favorite was Leia. I just adored her character. The only character I didn't like was Martin, but I think that's logical that I didn't like him because he's the one who blackmailed Simon. I actually called who Blue was in the first half of the book, and I was really excited when I got it right. Pretty much I really enjoyed all of the characters, and I really loved the dynamic between them. I loved the dialogue and seeing how they went back and forth in all the scenes with Simon and other characters. Writing-wise, I think that's what really drew me into this novel because Becky's writing is just incredible. I had heard amazing things about this novel. I wasn't necessarily skeptical, I just didn't really know if it would amount to all the hype, and it didn't more. The writing in this novel was just so phenomenal, and I think that's what really made me want to give it the entire 5 stars, because whereas the plot and the characters were all good and done well, if the writing's no good, it's hard to really enjoy the novel, but that wasn't an issue at all. Becky's writing was incredible, and this made me want to get all of her next books that are coming out because I just fell in love with her writing style. Lastly, I want to point out that I think this novel had a really good balance of important issues and just being a cutesy romance story, because it did focus on Simon being gay and him coming out and how he had difficulties doing that because it's a hard thing to do in this society. And it mentioned how straight and white shouldn't necessarily be the norm and everyone who's not is different, and I think that was a really good line to put in there. That was one of the lines that really stuck with me. But I also think that it was a good balance of just a really cute romance story. I was so happy reading it. I had all the feels when Simon and Blue finally met and everything, and I think that it really balanced that out well. And I think that this is really how diverse books need to be written, because they do need to hold, I guess, the importance of what they are, but then also just be the story that they are, and I think that this book really shows how to do that. Overall, as you can see, I had absolutely no complaints with this novel. I honestly just loved it. I think that it was written so well. Everything about it was so good, and if you haven't had a chance to pick it up, I highly recommend it because, well, one, there's a movie being made of it, so why not pick it up? And also, it's just an incredibly cute novel, so definitely read it. And if you have read it, let me know your thoughts. Did you love it as much as I did? Did you not? If so, what's wrong with you? No, just kidding. If so, tell me why. That's about all for this video. So if you like this video, please give it a like and comment down below what your thoughts were, if you want to read this novel, if you have read it, what you felt, and definitely subscribe because I make new videos every Sunday, so you definitely want to be here for that. As usual, all my social media and my Goodreads will be in the description below if you want to follow me anywhere else. I hope you're all having a lovely day or night wherever you are. Please remember that you're beautiful and you deserve the world. I will see you next Sunday with a brand new video. Goodbye!